Hi, it's me. It's Baxi. And you know what? Today, you know what today is? Columbus Day. You know, we should all be grateful for Christopher Columbus for not only discovering America, but also for bringing things like alcoholism and syphilis to the Native American people. Without Christopher Columbus, they might never have experienced the joys and raptures of chancres and blindness and insanity, because that's the thing that syphilis is known for. So get a load of this. You know, there are people that have the day off today. Not this guy. No, I worked my fingers to the bone. Anyway, my kids didn't have school, but there are some things that remain open. Liquor stores, because as you know, Columbus did bring alcohol to the New World. And let's see, the hardware store is open. That's good to know, sure. But Christopher Columbus brought some other great things. Again, alcoholism, rape, pillaging, Christianity, and then there's some bad stuff too that he brought. We celebrate Christopher Columbus as if he's some sort of really great guy, and the fact of the matter is, the more you know about Christopher Columbus, the more you realize, this guy was a real shitheel. I mean, a real shitheel. Not the kind of guy that might be, you know, angry at your local VFW hall and, you know, start a fight with veterans. Not that kind of shitheel. I'm talking about he convinced Spain to send him to look for a new trade route to India. And he went west. That would be like trying to go to Albany by using the Mass Pike east, you see. So he didn't really discover a new world. What he discovered was some of the Central American islands, not India, not even close to India. Now, I know people who have timeshares in some of those islands. I don't know who was looking for a timeshare. All I know is it's October. It's not even tourist season down there anymore. You can't even get any of the good cottages. And yet he goes anyway, thinking he's in India. Turns out, no, he's lost. He's no idea where he is. Completely and totally lost. And then he realizes, hey, my guys have been on the boat for a long time. Sure would make a great deal of sense if they were able to enslave these people and then use them as their own sexual sock puppets. I read some information on the internet, and I have to believe it's true, of actual accounts by members of Columbus's crew about how they would see some of the natives in these island nations, and you know, they were like naked because, you know, it's the islands, and you know, the nude beaches are fantastic. You ever go to St. Martin's? Boy, that's a great nude beach from what I understand. I didn't get nude, I just looked. People in nude beaches generally should not be nude, but when you are, you know, new in town like Columbus and his crew, you want to do you want to be a part of the local flavor. So anyway, this guy writes in fairly graphic detail about how there was this native Indian, and she was somewhat fetching, and he felt an urge to sexually assault her with a rope and a lack of regard. And yet, here we are in October, where children get the day out of school for celebrating a dude who allowed his crew to rape people and spread their nasty, disgusting chancres and pustules to an otherwise untouched species of man. Again, I don't really get it, why we're celebrating this guy, but we do. We love him because he gives us the day off. You know, There are all kinds of other explorers we could have glommed onto. Little Leif Erikson Day would have been pretty good. That's the guy that actually discovered America. You know, Amerigo Vespucci. You know, that guy actually drew a map, giving the impression that once he was here, he actually knew where he was. Or, you know, Ponce de Leon. There's a guy that got the short straw. Ponce. I wouldn't mind a day where we take off for Ponce. I'm taking my Ponce off for Ponce de Leon, who, in his own crazy way, was looking for the Fountain of Youth. Never found it. In fact, all he did was go to Florida, which, as you know, you're not going to find the Fountain of Youth in Florida. You're going to find 90% elderly looking to glom on to the last few years of their lives playing shuffleboard at the home. The Fountain of Youth is not based on colostomy bags and bedpans. It's just not. And yet, here we are. It is Columbus Day. And Columbus, thank you, sir, for all your many contributions. Getting lost with your 3 ships, the Nina, the Pinta, the Black Pearl, the Flying Dutchman, the Pacific Princess. All those ships you used to get to the New World, to find India, which, by the way, was the wrong fucking direction. You wanted to go the old direction and underneath Africa, but hey, who am I to tell you where directions are? So anyway, maybe someday the world will catch on that maybe Christopher Columbus didn't really deserve a day after all. He really didn't at all.